Hey, Den family, welcome back. Den Mother Amanda, I'm back again live. It seems like we're back at the 4 year what's going on insanity, insane asylum parts. Who knows? Sequel. God, yeah. Is it getting worse? It seems to be sometimes. Can it get worse? Can it get worse? Can it get better? Wow. Yikes. Some of the things that are just going on, just it's crazy. It sure looks that way. Um, are people losing their ever loving minds? Sometimes I think some are not. Um, it's like seems like there's extremes on everything today, and I mean everything. It seems like it just looks like there's extremes on absolutely everything. From a loaf of bread to how to walk across the street to you name it. We go through some stuff. Maybe we'll get a laugh. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna start off with some wacky stuff that I've seen on YouTube with pronouns and I'm like that are being used for people. Okay, there's two different pronouns that actually fit that are actually based in biological reality. That would be her, and hers, or he, him, and his. Okay, this is for a while now. There's this thing with they, them. For those who are non-binary. Okay, non-binary. Okay, it's a thing. Okay, it is, and that's okay. It really is. It's just the reality of it is it's not a gender. It's really not. It's not a gender. It's really not. There's two, masculine and feminine, male or female. Um, and then this Therian thing, species gender. Oh my good lord. Hmm. And then seeing earlier today this wow. And some of the other stuff that's coming out. Okay, we got the Z, Zer, Zir, Zer, Zabu, Ziba, Zuba, Zuba. What? And it's supposed to be a legitimate pronoun? Really? And Therians wanting or believing that they're a different species than what they really are? And then it seems like there's something that's pink self or something like that. I'm like, what? What? Really? I'd say I have more questions, but I only have one that really means anything. Why are these people not in the insane asylum, in a mental ward of a hospital? Really? Oh my good lord! Wow! Yahoo, dog, cat, dog, shelf, cat, self. Oh my lord. What? Really? Just insanity, what happened? And what these people don't have any parents that have any kind of any sanity. These children left to grow up all by themselves and alone, with no guidance, no fundamental rooting in sanity and in reality. Wow, yeah, hey, space cadet, hee-haw, yowzer. Rubber Room City, yeehaw, here we go. Round and round goes the merry-go-round. What part of the rubber room wall are we going to bounce off of today? Oh my lord. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. It kind of would be hilarious if it wasn't tragic. It seems like parents, society, and parents have, our parents, first off, and society has failed these children. I mean, completely and totally, 1000% failed. The mental health community sometimes, not all, okay, I mean, it's not all, but has failed these people. Oh, yeah, you're valid. Oh, yeah, sure. We're going to affirm you. Yeah. You're an attack Apache fast attack Apache helicopter? Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're a bazooka? Yeah, sure, yeah. You're an intergalactic space alien? Absolutely. You're a rectal toast? Sure, why not? Why not? What the hell? Sure. Come on, people. Really? Do I sound like I'm insane? That was insane? Yeah, that's exactly what people are sounding like today. These new generation kids or whatever. I'm like, what? Really? It's like, yeah, as a kid, it seemed like some of the things myself and friends were doing seemed a little bit off of the wall, but we had some kind of reality check, for ourselves and each other. I'm like, come on. Two genders, two sexes, you know, he, him, his, her, and hers. Yeah, it's like, oh God, it's just like getting out and being a kid, to be a kid, and all this new age BS is getting rammed down children's throats in schools. You can be anything you want. You can be horse hockey, cow dung. You can be an intergalactic space nugget. Like, really? You can be a doll. You can be a bird. You can be a horse. You can be a cat. You can be a dog. Oh my good lord. Really? Really? It's like an almost. People think they can be birds, cats, or dogs, are like insulting to the Native American Indian tribes because they believed in some reasons being spirit guides. which had some real spiritual validity, is a guide for protection, stuff like that. I don't know a lot about it. What they did with that stuff made a lot of sense and had a lot of worth for the people. Today, people are making a joke out of it, and it's sickening. I can be trans this, trans that, trans whatever the flip flop I want to be. Oh, I'm a transgender diaper stain. Yeah, you're damn right you are. And it's making the actual transgender, transsexual community look like a bunch of idiots. And that needs to stop. Brain rot rectal tard system, yeah. And it's like, oh my goodness, were you even born with a brain? Or did you have a born with a brain that was just suffering from extreme brain rot when you were born? Or is it in your ass and you're a rectal tard? Or are you a brain rot rectal tard? Like, oh, I'm going to identify with that as a piano, like the one that's in the back of my freaking thing there, back of my freaking wallpaper there thing that I got on my YouTube thing, on my YouTube show. Yeah, on a fucking piano. Oh my lord, really? Really? Your parents just not care about you? That's exactly what it looks like and sounds like. No, no, no. Wow. Where's the reality? Where's the sanity? I'd say people who are doing that stuff are insane, but damn, that would be an extreme upgrade. That would be a hell of a lot healthier than the way they're acting. Is to be just insane. Wow. It's getting scary out there, it's like oh boy. Can I find another planet to live on, please? Really. Because that's what it's starting to look like. This isn't everybody. Not everybody. I'm telling you what, man, wow. Extremes, holy crap. Wow. Hee-haw. Diarrhea of the mouth and diarrhea of whatever they got upstairs on their shoulders. I'm like, it's just. Is there hope? I'd like to try to hold on to hope. I really do. That this stuff will eventually blow over and just be a memory. And all this neo-pronoun, I'm a different species or I'm an object thing, and no. Humans are not a different species, and humans are not an object. Inanimate objects. Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sometimes 2 plus 2 equals negative 9 trillion. And teaching this stuff in schools. Oh, God, there's gender theory and race theory. And before all this stuff started coming out, things for the things that were happening between the races were getting a lot better. For those of us, no matter what race we're in, they are getting better for us. The ones who are holding on to sanity and know where we want to live, and we want to live in reality. Okay, and all those of us that do that, we don't always necessarily see eye to eye. But you know what? We base ourselves in real things. It's like, yeah, I got friends on both sides of the political aisle that, you know what, I get along with rather well. Because we choose to live in reality, no matter what that reality is. Um, this gender stuff is just getting insane. I can be a different gendered species. Just species is not a gender. Non-binary is not a gender. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not. I'm just being honest. And always in a state of where somebody really truly believes they are. Yes, it's not a gender. It's really not, because there's only two genders, two sexes. Either born one or the other. I'm transsexual. Transsexual man. Transsexual female. Who's still biologically a male. There's no bones about that. That's just reality. I have to live there. I have this thing called gender dysphoria. And if you actually have gender dysphoria, that's exactly what it is. Two genders, two sexes. That's it. No more, no less. And it's a real human biological reality. There's just two. I'm a transgender female, I'm a biological male living as a female, transgender, transsexual female. Because I got gender dysphoria / gender identity disorder, which is a psychological thing. Okay, so I'm doing what I need to do to survive and get through my life that works the best for me. And a lot of us that are transsexual are doing the same thing, and we know the truth. And we know what the realities are. Okay, and yeah. There's a lot of things I'd like to be able to see all of us be able to do in the LGBT thing, LGBT plus. I know I talked about before on my channel wanting to maybe see if we can start some conventions up. And I'll have some real discussions. And I'll go from there. I'll go have some real discussions, get back into reality, and have some fun. And things have got so darn heated up. It's just really, we're getting overcooked. And yeah, that leads into the political climate today. Max, stop. And so last week Saturday there was an assassination attempt on President Trump and a father, a husband, a son, an uncle, cousin, a nephew got killed. There's a lot of people that are running in politics that I just despise. I want them to live. I really do. I want them to live. And the worst I want to see happen to them is maybe they can get as them become as miserable as they're trying to make the rest of us. There's extremes on both sides, and the extremes need to stop. So there was this time where we all came together and had debates, discussions, and talked about things and compromised where we could. And then we went on from there and came back to today. Came back at a later time for other things. Nobody deserves to be assassinated or shot or killed for their political views. Nobody. Nobody. You really don't. People are just like, oh my Lord, like, this one person is going off on TikTok. They were 8 millimeters away and you missed. You were half the problem away from being solved. Really? Girl, you're insane. You need a rubber room. Yahoo. And then this freaking asshole talking about the man that got killed, the volunteer firefighter, the father, the husband, saying fuck him, fuck that. Who gives a damn? I don't give a damn. Well, guess what? Destiny. Fuck you. You're a scumbag. You're a narcissist piece of sewage. And that's the best you'll ever be, is sewage. You're subhuman. Don't anybody ever think you're trying to kill him and cause him harm. Let him suffer with his bullshit. Because he'll suffer. Mentally and emotionally, he'll suffer. And he's doing it to himself. This is a narcissist piece of toilet bowl nugget. Nobody deserves to get killed. Because of somebody they follow and believe in. Whether they agree with you or don't agree with you. For any reason. They don't deserve it. Destiny, you deserve no respect. None. I wouldn't even use you for a piece of toilet paper because that would be an insult to toilet paper. It would be an insult to a sewer and a sewage system. Complete total insult. An insult to a water and sewage treatment facility. You're an insult to everything this planet has. And I'll insult you, verbally insult you. Do not physically harm Destiny at all. Do not do it. He doesn't deserve it. Karma will come around. It always does. Always does. Destiny, yours is coming. It'll come. One way or another, it'll come. See, this assassination thing has been coming. How many times can somebody be people call somebody a freaking Zionist, a Nazi, Hitler, or whatever for so long, or say that they're an insult to humanity? They need to have a target put on them, or they need to have a bullet in their head. Because somebody actually did say that about Trump. Directly calling for violence. That's the speech. It's a crime. Why are these people not in jail? Why are these people not facing charges, at least facing criminal charges? Because that's what it is a call for violence against anyone or any group of people is illegal. It's a crime. That kind of speech is a crime, and it should be. If you don't like what somebody's politics and what they're running on, don't vote for them. Vote for the other person or one of the other people. It's not hard. It's really not. All you have to do is go into the voting polls and flip a switch or mark a spot on the paper and then put it into the machine or whatever they need to put it into for voting. It's not hard. But now, you gotta do the other stuff. You do not deserve freedom. If that's what you're calling for, you're trying to do. Calling for physical harm or acting upon trying to do physical harm. You need to be in jail. You do not deserve to be free. Because that's what you've earned, is a loss of freedom. Not anything else. You don't agree with somebody? Okay, yeah, that's freedom of speech. Like, yeah, I hate that motherfucker. That's freedom of speech. Yeah, you can call somebody a Nazi. That's freedom of speech. But you know what? Are they really? Do you not know what a Nazi is? Do you not know what Hitler did? Everybody, you assholes, are calling Nazis or Hitlers have not killed thousands of people. Have not done it. You have absolutely zero idea what it means. Shut the F up. Grow a brain. Go see a lobotomist. Maybe they can transfer a monkey's brain to you because they're smarter than you. At least they care about each other. Woke left delusional BS. Oh, California, yeah. Gavin Newsom, you freaking rectal tard. You're a piece of garbage. Signed into law for California that starts the first of the year, ordering schools to not inform parents of children that are wishing to be another gender. Go by different pronouns, different names. Make it a law to not notify parents. Guess what? That's a federal crime. By federal law, and public schools are federally funded, is to notify parents of what's going on with their children. You signed in an illegal law, Gavin Newsom. He also signed into law to make California a sanctuary state for those children who are wanting to medically transition. That's illegal. It's illegal to take away parental rights unless the parental has been found guilty of neglect or abuse. justifiable enough to remove a child or children. California's a beautiful state. I got a lot of friends there. I won't live there. Years ago, I wanted to sit there, thought about maybe living there for a while. Not now. Not now. New York is bad enough with the politics, the delusional politics that's going on. More and more, I'm thinking these red states are just the place to be. And I love New York. It's really a nice state. The climate sucks at times. You got people that actually really care about to live here, care about and love to live here. Most of my life was here in New York. There's a lot of other nice places in the United States to live also. See, sometimes certain things don't change in a certain area, and it just does seem too ridiculous for people. There's always this thing you can move. You have a choice to move if you can afford to. Okay? It's not hard if you can afford to. It's not hard to come to the table and sit down and have an honest conversation based on real facts. It's really not. People are just losing their ever-loving minds. There's a lot of stuff I agree with, a lot of stuff I don't agree with, and it's just there's a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with. And I can just it's easy to let slide by. It's not too bad to deal with. Some of the thing, there's a bunch of the stuff that's going on today, and it's just it's not right. In this country, this is the United States of America is a republic governed with democracy in mind. Okay, where we come together, all sides, and discuss things. And yeah, sometimes we get heated because a lot of things there's just it's emotionally charged at times, and we all understand that. But when it comes to the point where it's only one way or no way, then we all have it wrong. It's not all one way or no way. There's give and take, no matter what what the topic is. And those topics that we can't come to conclusions on, we can set them aside. Come back to them later. And don't let them get overcharged, overheated. That's what's happening today. And it's just heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. We get on a topic that's really, I guess, controversial. That abortion thing. Um, People are calling it reproductive rights. Abortion is not a reproductive right. What it was meant for originally, the way it was set up, It was set up for the black communities with hopes that those who set it up to extinguish the black people. And that's bullshit. Now it's become a thing of, well, okay, reproductive right. When has murder of an unborn child become a reproductive right? The murder of a separate human being. Because it's a separate human being, a separate human, a separate person. That deserves deserves the same right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as you, me, or anybody else. You don't have the right to commit murder, premeditated first-degree murder, because you know what you're doing. You think about it. Thinking about it is premeditation. And the act of doing it is murder. Premeditated first degree murder. I understand and I got a lot of sympathy for those who have been raped or victims of incest. I was raped as a male child. It sucks. It hurts. It's sad. It really is. Laws need to be worse for sex offenders. Those who commit sexual assault. Because that's what it is assault. That's a crime. At this thing called glass tube torture for people who commit sexual assault, especially if it's a male. Thin glass tube. It's hollow in the middle. You stick it somewhere and you clap. I wonder how many more males will be doing that when they know if they get caught, that's what's going to happen every single time. Thing is, there's one catch. It has to be proven guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt, because there's been too many people wrongly accused of it. One person wrongly accused of it is one too many. There are people who are guilty of it. There are. And they're sick, vile, and disgusting. That's what they need to have happen to them. Class 2. Mm-hmm. Yep. It'll take care of sexual assault in the future from that person, that's for sure. I'll never be able to use it again. You might be able to heal up and urinate out of it. They don't bleed to death first. Those things called hormone blockers you like to put kids on. Lupron. That's what it was made for. Chemical castration. Permanent chemical castration. Use your brain, people. And then people want to use abortion for birth control. Women want to use birth. God, I wish I could have been able to get pregnant and have my own kids. So you want to talk about being murdering an unborn child and call it reproductive rights. You got reproductive rights. You got a right to have not have sex. You don't have a right to kill. I'm sorry, you just don't have a right to kill another person, born or not. Because even if it's unborn, you're still killing a human life. Each and every one of us was unborn at one time or another. We had mothers that were pregnant for us, and we were unborn, waiting to be born. We're still people. We're still humans with whole unique biological distinguishing genes. People were not born with 2 arms, 10 fingers, 2 legs, 10 toes, 4 eyes, 2 noses, or 2 heads, or 2 mouths. People weren't born that way. Not normally. We're not going to get into the abnormality thing. Not today, I'm not. Which is a fact. Just not the normal. It's like being transsexual or transgender medically transition. Less than 0.5%. But for somehow, some way, trans female to male transition has gone up over 4,000%. And that was less than 1% of 1%. That was less than 1% of 1/10%. Now there's more girls transitioning than there are males. More females transitioning to male than there are males transitioning to female. Yeah. And over 99% of it used to be male to female. I would give it a 99%. Because there were some females, males. It was just a very small percentage of that's extremely less than 1% of transgender, transsexual people. Leading into trans women. So these trans women are just outside your damn mind. Think you can have a period. Stop lying to yourself and lying to other people. Trans women do not get periods. Period. End of story. And what I mean by end of story is a uterus is mandatory. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's mandatory. You don't have one. You don't have a period. You have emotional ups and downs because of the hormone replacement therapy. You're damn right. Yes. But you don't have a period. If you're cramping up and you can't stop cramping because you can't take a shit, go see a doctor. Because that's probably what you need to do. And if you're bleeding, definitely go see a doctor. Because something's wrong. Something is medically wrong. You're not having a period. You don't go through menopause. You need a uterus. You might have hot flashes, maybe, but you're not going through menopause. Hot flashes is estrogen imbalance. Because when we do estrogen replacement, sometimes our estrogen can get low and if we feel like we're having a hot flash. Sorry, that's not menopause. It's not. It's just not. Because you need a uterus. And guess what? You don't have one. And that is mandatory. Mandatory. Needed. A uterus is absolutely 1,000,000,000% needed to have a period and go through menopause. Anyway, why didn't the chicken cross the road? Because he didn't want to get butchered. uh, anyway, knock knock. Who's there? Tuna fish. Tuna fish who? You can tune a piano, but you cannot tune a fish. All right, everybody. Just remember you're all important. Y'all have worth and y'all have value. If no one has told you that they love you today, I love you. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and I'll be back at another time. Bye bye.